All right, this is my 100 points of Soviets. So this is a Red Banner T-72 tank battalion, which is led by its HQ, which is the T-72. And I've got 2 platoons of T-72s with 4 in each. I've got 2 recon platoons of BMP-2. There's 4 in each of those. I've got a BMP-2 motor rifle company, and there are 4 of their BMP-2 transports, 4 of the AK-74 teams with RPG-18s, and 3 RPG-7 anti-tank teams, which are the smaller ones right there. I've got 4 Shilkas for some anti-aircraft. This is going to be my artillery. It's going to be the Carnations. So I've got 3 Carnations. This is going to represent the BM-21 Hell rocket launcher battery. I have 3 of those. This is going to be the observer. I'm allowed to take it this time. This is my BMP-1 observer post. These are going to represent the SA-13 Gopher SAM platoons, and I have 4 of those. And finally, I have 6 Hinds, and with them, I have their Assault Landing Company, which have the same men as these, the same type, except I have 6 of the AK-74 teams with RPG-18 anti-tank weapons. The smaller ones, again, are the RPG-7 anti-tank platoons. So that's what I've got, and now we're going to see what Arthur has.
Okay, this is what I'm bringing for the U.S. I have a M1 Abrams Armored Combat Team. My HQ is an M1 Abrams. I have 2 platoons of M1 Abrams. I have 4 AH-1 Cobras. This is my artillery, the M109 field artillery batteries. These are my ITV anti-tank platoon. My M163's AA platoons, and this is my M113 FIS. That's what I'm bringing. Let's see how it works. Okay, this is the board. Over here we have some brush is boggin check, but no concealment. Woods, the road, more bush, plowed fields, a hill. These are woods, hill, deep waters, impassable unless you have amphibious. Impassable terrain, they give concealment. Another woods, hill, woods, building, more roads, 2 houses, woods, and more bush to give. They don't give concealment, but that's for some boggin check. And that's what we're dealing with.
All right, so Arthur rolled and he got a 5, so we're playing no retreat. The defender starts what's called deep immediate reserve, so they are only allowed 1 tank platoon that has 4 or higher armor on the table, or an aircraft unit like a helicopter. If they have more than that, those have to go into reserves, and since it's immediate, whoever it is going to get to roll reserves right off the bat. Also, the defender gets a minefield to put out, so there's going to be 4 mines since we're playing 100 points, and they get 1 unit in ambush. There's going to be 2 objectives here, 1 placed by the defender and 1 placed by the attacker. The attacker comes from this side, so again, it's not the width of the table, we're playing the length of the table. And that's pretty much it. Winner is if the attacker can capture 1 of the objectives, they win. If after turn 6, if there's no attackers in here, which would be like a tank team or infantry team in this area, the defender will win. So Arthur and I are going to use these dice. Red means we want to attack. Blue means, oops, I can't even say it. Red means we want to attack, and blue means we want to defend. Because in Team Yankee, you can choose whether you want to attack or defend. All right, so we're both going to pick a die. We're going to show it right here. And you win defense, I want attack. So Arthur's going to be on defense. I'm going to be attacking. And we'll see how we get set up. One thing I did forget on with no retreat down here on page 98, down there at the bottom, they say the no retreat mission is a little different in that the attacker can choose whether or not to play the Dawn rules. So I get to choose whether or not we're going to play Dawn rules or not. So we'll see when we get set up, and then I'll make my decision then. All right.
So I finished my setup. One reason I picked Defender is partially because of a mistake. I thought I only had to put 2 things in reserve. Had to put in 3. So that was a shocking surprise. Tracy put his fire support, prearranged artillery range in here and here. So that prevented me from moving up on the hill to for really good positions. That's okay. I placed my mine fit tokens here, here, and here, which basically prevents, since this is impassable, make this entire lane impassable from him without taking damage. I also placed my 4th one here to limit him use of this hill. I placed my artillery in the back here that's where I felt I could get the maximum effort from them without minimum movement and still being shielded from the hill. So it's hard for him to shoot at them. I put my HQ in the woods. I thought that would be like the best place for to give him firing ranges. Same idea for my fist. Give him a good position to see. At least I think it should be a good spot to see stuff to target for the artillery. And I move my ITVs just out of range of this blast marker, so I can shoot over this hill and stay on the ground. So that's my plans for doing everything, and let's see if it works.
All right, I put my recon here and here, planning to kind of just move them up, and next turn maybe they'll get their shots with their AT-21s, I believe. AA is going to try to move up here. My observer is going to try to move up so he can have a good field of vision here for the artillery, which is already ranged in on this spot is the Carnations, and on this hill it is the trucks, the rocket launchers. The artillery, my artillery sitting back here, they got a good view, so they don't have to use the observer, they can use themselves, so they got some concealment. Rocket launchers are in the woods here, which I forgot to put the trees back. There we go, they're in these woods. T-72s with the HQ, another set of T-72s over there. Those are the BMP-2 with the men. Well, you can't see them, but the men are in that vehicle, those vehicles. The Hinds are here, the men, the assault group is in the Hinds. So I'm thinking, do I want to fly them over and just land them? And next turn, pop them out while the tanks are moving up and everything's moving up. If he starts shooting helicopters, trying to take those out, that leaves everything else free to come in. That is my thinking there. So I'm just going to try to just rush them and try, because I win if I capture an objective. And all he's got over there is this objective. And he's got his HQ and his artillery here. It's going a little bit further. So I'm thinking just most of this stuff cross-country dash, except for what's going to shoot, which are going to be like the T-72s are going to shoot, and that may be it, and the artillery is going to shoot. And I don't think I'm going to do nighttime, because I want to be able to shoot. So I don't think we're going to play night. So that's my plan, is just rush with what I've got, overwhelm his forces, which he has 1, 2, 3, 4 things on the table. He does get immediate reserves, but there's no guarantee he's going to roll that. So that is my thinking. That is what I'm planning to do. And I do have first turn, so we'll see what happens. All right, the AAs are moving up, so if he ever brings in his helicopters or aircraft, they're ready. These guys are going to be in range of no matter what, so they're just sitting there. Carnations didn't move. Both recons just dashed up here. But there is the minefields and it's impassable terrain, so I'm hoping maybe I can get through here. If not, I'll maybe take my chances through the minefield. The troop carriers dashed up on the road, so they're right by the objectives. The Hinds landed, so next turn they're going to unload their men. This platoon of T-72s dashed up. These just moved up normally so they can shoot. So during my shooting, I was already ranged in on this spot with the rockets, so they fired. I hit one time. He matched the armor save, but I did not bail it out. Failed the firepower. So they were okay after that. Then I decided with the Carnations to hit that and ranged in on the second attempt, but I failed to hit any of them. Oh, it was onto this guy, sorry. Onto this guy. So I am ranged in on his fist, and with my Carnations, I'm ranged in still on them with my rocket launchers. The T-72s took their 4 shots at these guys, trying to take them out because they're right by the objective, and missed. They just totally whiffed. They're concealed and gone to ground, so I'm looking at 6s to hit these guys. Then the HQ shot with his 1 shot hit. They basically got no armor save, so 1 was destroyed. Well, I lost the smoke. There it is. So 1 did get destroyed. And that was really all my shooting because everything's just dashing up here. He then had to make a morale check for them because it's down to 1 vehicle. He failed, so that is gone. So that is the situation we've got. I've taken out 1 unit. That's over here by the objective. I'm ranged in on his fist, which is upping his ability with his artillery to do that really nasty copper-headed shot or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's heard called that.
Yeah, I hate that thing. So if he keeps this here, I had to get automatically ranged in on it. If he moves it, he's not going to be able to spot with it. So he's out of dilemma. He's out of dilemma here because these have men that can unload, and the Hinds have men in them they can unload. But he also has all this rest of the stuff coming at him. So we'll let Arthur talk about what he plans to do during his turn, and then we'll see what he does.
Well, that hurt. That was, well, he threw a lot of stuff in there, but failing the morale check hurt really bad. Now he has all this stuff. I don't have much to move over there to defend it. However, his Hinds are on the ground, so everything can shoot at them. So I might just do that just to blow them up. Oh, yeah, I just remember I have ambush. Which reminds me I could just have 3 Abrams just show up somewhere, and yeah, I think they will. And 3 Abrams to the Hinds, that should be goodbye Hinds. And fists, I guess it depends on if I get any reserves, because either another unit of Abrams or the VATH, that could change a lot of stuff real quick. Or I might just pull out my helicopters and just have them just take these guys out. Yeah, a lot of it depends on if I get the reserves. But yeah, I'm thinking like some Abrams gonna show up here, and yeah, I don't think there are gonna be many Hinds in the next turn. But we should see. Didn't quite go as planned, but close enough.
I kind of want to know what you had planned.
More destruction. The Abrams came out of ambush back here because I need to be within out of sight. At least that's what I thought. I didn't get any reserves. That hurt me. I moved the Abrams up on the hill to rain death on the Hinds.
Well, also you need to do that because otherwise,
Yeah.
win the game. I think.
Yeah.
So you need to be contesting.
Yeah, that's the other reason. Nothing else moved, so went to shooting. The Abrams shot at the Hinds, 6 shots, only 2 hits, but they failed. They saved, and 2 were destroyed.
Those 2 got destroyed. The men then had to jump out and make their check.
Okay.
They were fine. Actually, it was this one that got destroyed.
Yeah.
There we go. So that hind, I was wrong. It was that hind and that hind. Yeah, I was goofing around on that one. I goofed. So this had 1 of each. They both made their save, but they're pinned down. These 2 made their save, but they are also pinned down. So let me get the pin down markers on them. So 2 hinds went down, but the men are okay.
Okay. So the fists decided to target the T-72s, not the HQ.
Yeah, because if he would have shot the HQ, it was a concealed shot, so it'd be harder.
Yeah. And I did pick up the laser guided upgrade because
I hate that.
you should never not take it, in my opinion. It is so good. So they did straight shots on them. Since I have 6.
Well, I'm going to say straight. It's still, but.
Laser guided straight shots. 6 shots, 4 hits, 2 failed, 2 made their saves, 2 failed, and then firepower destroyed 2.
Yeah, it's like I rolled 2 6s. Otherwise, 5 would have glanced.
Yeah.
And so you got 2 of those, so those are gone. So 2 hinds are gone, and 2 T-72 so far.
And then I decided my HQ was going to try to finish, do more damage to the hinds.
Where's your HQ at? Okay.
HQ's here. Shot at the hinds. 2 shots, 2 hits, 2 failed saves, and 2 more destroyed hinds.
And this is one of those I tried to do that mistaken target
And failed again.
and failed. And I'm trying to remember. I think it was
These two.
So I had to do the save for the men again, and they made it again.
Yep.
So these men are out, but they are pinned, and these are out, but they are pinned also.
And since you still have 2 hinds here and 2 T-72s there, that's not a check. So I didn't do enough to make them lose a unit yet. So I didn't quite do as much damage as I thought, considering there's a lot of stuff here. So now it's back to him. Crap.
All right. Well, my AA is just going to stay here, because if he ever brings his helicopters in, they're ready. This AA is ready. Artillery's not going to move. They're ranged in on that spot on the fist over here. Try to take it out. The rockets here are ranged in this spot, but the problem I'm running into is I can't be within 8 inches of my men. So I think I'm going to have to try to move the infantry back, but still hold the objective. I'm 8 inches away from that artillery. The hinds, the 2 hinds are going to take off and start hunting down stuff, which I think may be them, because I'm really not liking these guys. The recon's going to continue doing its move up. This minefield stuff is getting to be a pain, but I'm hoping I can go around. This is filled with men. They're going to jump out also. Since they didn't move, they're going to be able to shoot at them. And I think the T-72s are going to continue to work up and take some shots on them. And if they're out, maybe the HQ. And those T-72s will also start making their way up. So I'm really starting to cluster around this. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Maybe I should take these T-72s over here to let him start worrying about them, so he won't be attacking over here so much. But that's my plan. And if I can take out these, he's going to have to do another formation morale check, which means he may lose the game. He made it last time, or we figured right now they were on the table, so we didn't do it. So that's my plan. We'll just see how it goes. I've got to take these out, these Abrams. Then that's going to cause the formation morale check, which happened in my last game. So that's something, again, I think he's learning that you need to have more than just one unit of your troops, or I can't remember what they call it, not support, but the others. So that is my plan. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going to stay on this side of the table because most of the action happened here. These all dashed through terrain, trying to avoid the minefield, and no bogs whatsoever. Made every one of them. They stayed in place. These two T-72s came forward. This one stayed. The HQ stayed. The AA didn't move. Neither did the Gophers. I forget the names. Rocket stayed, and the artillery stayed. The men jumped out of the Hinds, the two Hinds. We figured since they were pinned, they're pinned also. So they couldn't move up. The Hinds took off and landed over here. They can get shots on the tanks over here, or the HQ. And these T-72s moved up. And the men got out of the vehicle and advanced this way. So the artillery was ranged in here and went after the fist and just missed. But it is ranged in. Oh, it was already ranged in. I didn't hit the thing because it was gone to ground and concealed, and all I needed 6, and I missed. The two T-72s shot at the Abrams here. They hit twice. They made all their saves. So the other T-72 shot, hit once, matched, and one got bailed out. So that one got bailed out. The HQ shot and missed. So then the BMPs shot, and I got one hit, but he made his armor save. Yeah, he's doing really good on his armor saves. The rocket launcher shot, and it was over here, is where it's ranging in on, and it was using the AA here to spot this spot. It couldn't see them, so they got +1 on the.
Was the spotter the leader?
Oh shoot!
It's just gone.
Yeah, that was my fault. I forgot it had to be the leader. So, lesson learned. See, you always learn something new. So ranged in on the first attempt, but didn't hit anything. But I am ranged in that area now to try to take them out. The Hinds then shot at them, but before that happened, he did his AA. He hit twice. I failed one save. He did not make his firepower, so did not lose any Hinds. The men only had 2. Came in to assault the tank. Well, it was bailed out. So they tried to destroy it. He tried defensive fire. Nothing. He missed. He rolled horrible.
I got a total of 3 on 2 shots.
Total. That means add the 3 dice together. And so I came in and I tried my one shot, which is 17 anti-tank, but it's heat, which would give you 16. So if you rolled 1, you didn't. You didn't have to do. He had to do a morale check. Failed. So this unit is actually gone. And this one was destroyed because it could not move out of the way. The other one was more than 4 inches away when these guys advanced. So the Abrams here are out of the game. The men consolidated up a little further to get around the objective. And that is it for what I did on my turn. So now it's going to be Arthur's turn. Let's see what he does.
Well, I think that's about game. I'm not sure I can get anything to that objective in a normal tactical move that looks greater than any of my tactical moves. And there's no way I can wipe all that out. Well, let me check. If I get the helicopters and drop the salvo on them, and then get the VATS, move them in. No, that won't work because the T-72s are there. Yeah. I don't think I have any options. He just has too much stuff, and like if I only make my counterattack as like either make a counterattack or make my motivation and still have my Abrams. I'll still have I could still be in it, but without that, I don't think I have anything. Well, we gave it a good shot. Of course, the dice may surprise me. We shall see. Well, double 4 on reserves pretty much ended the game. They're like, no reserves. He has too much stuff on the objectives.
And your artillery can't hit enough. I was thinking, well, if your artillery would hit, but then it has to hit both infantry units plus a bunch of these T-72s. Here is still, I don't see how you could do it.
I could, but I just the firepower on the template is not strong enough to make everything move.
I'm looking at. Well, I'm going to get the old because this is about the size you're going to be shooting. Yeah, you're going to get 2 T-72s, which still leaves 2.
So yeah,
you would get 1 unit of men, about 3 of them, but that still leaves this to capture the objective. So yeah. And I was just thinking that even if you did get your reserves, I don't think they can get up here in time because you can't dash.
I could do enough firepower to force you off or destroy you.
Have to do a lot.
I have a lot.
Yeah, if you could have got 2 reserves in.
Yeah, if I got 2 reserves in, I could do.
What would you brought in? Probably your Cobras. Probably.
Cobras and probably the VAF. I will math it out. But since I didn't get them or anything,
but you wouldn't bring the Abrams?
Like I said, I've mathed it out. But since I got nothing, it's just like there's no way.
Yep. Yep. Came down. It's kind of like the game we had this afternoon when I was kind of in your situation. I couldn't get reserves, and you just. Of course, we were playing with very little terrain.
I did a lot better than you did. Yeah, that mission was just wrong.
Well, also I couldn't roll average on that one, but that's a different game. This one.
Well, the first turn, I didn't even give you the option to roll average. It's like, yeah, you get no save, stuff blows up. Yeah, you get no save, stuff blows up. Get no save, stuff blows up. What do you got left? Not much. Have your turn 1.
And actually, you would have to take a company morale check.
Yeah.
Before, because this happened at game battle report number 2 I put out, and you're finding out the same thing. If you don't, okay, you got your HQ. If you don't start, I think with at least 2. And what do they call those? Not support, but what do they call those units?
Part of the formation.
Yeah. I can't even remember what they're called, but I learned my lesson on that. So when I was this afternoon, I had at least 4 units because I could take 5, and I think 4 of them were part of that non-support.
Well, that's a lot harder for the U.S.
It's units in the formation compared to support units. So you want to, when you do reserves, and again, lesson learned on this one. I learned my lesson. You learn your lesson. Well, take more out of what's on the HQ card compared to what's on the support card.
Well, that's easy for Russia, because
I get artillery, and Russia's a lot easier.
Yeah, because like my support things is stuff I need to really support myself.
Yeah, and you got really unlucky with the reserve rolls too. I mean, you just got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. And I just bum rushed pretty much everything up over here. And I wanted to try the Heinz being transports. This is the first time I got to try it. That's the reason I wanted the Heinz.
Yeah.
And they did their job. They landed. I lost 4.
Yeah. I was
but
hoping
the men
to do
got
more.
out, and they were there.
I was hoping to do more, but didn't quite do it.
So I do like the Heinz as transports. The BMTs, they did a pretty good job too.
Yeah, you just had so much stuff, and of course, only had half my army.
Yep.
Like I thought, I only would put 2 stuff in reserve, so I thought I would have the VAF. So that one, and that's on the move. That's 16 shots.
Woo!
28 if I didn't have to move. So
I think if you could have put, well, the minefields, they go after the objectives.
Yes.
I think if you could have done more with the minefields to slow me down over here, maybe.
Well,
I don't know how you would do that, but
Well, the idea like this was the perfect opportunity to try to shut that off. I didn't quite do it, so I should have put.
well, you did pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had the snake
Yeah.
because their skill level is what, 5.
Yeah. I also forgot they're amphibious, so they could just go through the water.
Yeah, because first they had to do a courage test, which I think was a 4,
Yeah.
and then to cross the minefield is a skill test. They're 5s. They're gonna blow up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's a mine.
Strength 5, anti-tank 5, 1+ firepower.
So your minefields did pretty good over there. It was just maybe put the minefields at one end and you could put more men on this side,
Yeah.
because that's going to slow me down.
But the thing is, I want to make sure you couldn't shoot at my M109 field artillery, which I did because it was very hard for you to actually shoot at them.
And my observer was totally out of position because the hills. I mean, he was over here. Let me get back here.
Yeah.
So he was here. This hill's kind of blocking, and you got the woods, and you have that hill
Yeah.
back here blocking. And so, totally out of position. I kind of wanted to put him up here, but then I'm just bunching up stuff. And there was a mine, by the way, there was a mine here that I kind of had to, that's why they had to be way over here. Oh, by the way, it was like this. So, yeah.
I was thinking that when you shot him, I was like, wait, your leader's over there? Okay.
I didn't, well, he changed vehicles. So,
But
yeah,
it didn't do anything, so it didn't affect the game.
yeah, so I think it was really a big uphill climb for you because I had so
Yeah.
much stuff. And then when you got no reserves twice, that was it.
Yeah. That would have been nice to take out the Hinds. Like I rolled what was that? I had one hit on the Hinds at the last time.
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I said 2 hits. You made 1 save, failed 1, and I rolled the die, landed on the 5, bounced, and landed on the 1. I'm like, no. At least that would have been a check, but it still would have been enough to change
I
the
tell you what,
times.
they're nasty transports. Because
They did. Oh yeah, you did shoot them
they're after they transported
Yeah.
people.
after you lost 4. So that would have been nastier if you actually got to shoot with 6.
Well, think about it. Even if I lost 4, I can take them anywhere
Yeah.
and drop them down. Even if you destroy them, the guys have a 3+ save.
Hey, my guns are not brutal. To make
I don't
you-
know if that would make a difference or not.
These straight shots are my artillery straight shots.
Yeah, I remember people talking about the Abrams when they were asking why, compared to the T-72s being brutal.
Yeah, I think it's like Russia made the rounds so to kill men, and
Yeah.
U.S. made the rounds to kill tanks.
Well, so that's this battle.
Yeah.
Didn't last as long as I hoped it would, but again, it's that this is what happened in my last game. It's that reserves. You've got to watch what you put on the table, because if you just down to support, you're probably gonna America's got a 50-50.
Yeah,
I've got a 67% chance of succeeding.
Yeah, but it's still, even with the U.S., because with the Abrams being so expensive, if I'm starting running a tank team, I want to get a lot of other stuff to help round me out.
How much does 2 Abrams? How many points is that?
I think my teams is like 54, 62 points between the HQ and the.
Because I'm I want to say 42 points for my T-72s, which is 9 of them. That's including the HQ.
Oh, I was 56 points, but that's with 3-3-1.
So 7 versus my 9.
Yeah,
But you get 2 shots, and
they're good, but it's just if I ever have to make a test, that's where they hurt, and it takes up so much of my army that they'll get other stuff.
oh, another thing I will say is the T-72s do not have heat. I made that mistake in my last game. For some reason, I thought they had. Seems like everything else has heat except for the main battle tanks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this game. And
Well, hopefully next time, I have my stuff, it's just they're not put together. So maybe
Well.
next time we actually have Cobras, we actually have 4.
yep. And not all the models are out, so we're having to use what we've got
Yeah.
to see what we would want to buy.
No, I'm beginning to get a good idea of what I want. But I think maybe next time we should switch sides. It's like,
Will I play America?
yeah, I play Soviets.
Yeah, we can do that.
If nothing else, it's like playing US. Now I really know what I can do, but I haven't played Soviets enough to know what they can do. So
We could do that.
Next game, we switch sides.
USA.
Russia. Woo! See you guys next time.